Hey everyone, it's Kelly from Silly Moon Quilting Co. So today we're going to do a quick video on how to use your Twinkle set. So that's our star ruler set and Spacey, our little spacing gauge, to create Christmas trees quick and easy on your table runner or quilt or whatever you want to do. So here we go. So I've taken Twinkle C, I've drawn a center line down my little runner, and I'm lining up the center line on Twinkle with the center line that I've drawn on here. I've got started in the corner here and I've locked my stitches, so I'm just going to come up and follow that up. So that's the first portion of what we would use for the star, and I'm going to stop there. Then I'm going to switch rulers and use my Spacey ruler, and I'm going to use this end that's the 3/4 inch, and I'm going to hook that around the foot. And I'm just going to use that to be my spacer straight across. And I'm going to stop when I get to my needle stop. Then I'm going to take my next ruler, which is my Twinkle B ruler. So you're going up one size. And I'm going to move it down until I fit in, the ruler foot fits in that line. And that line, your center line on your ruler, should still be lined up. And then I'm going to follow it down until I get to the needle stop on this end, and then I'm going to stop again and bring back my Spacey ruler and make sure it's nice and straight, and go across 3/4 inch again and stop. Then I'm going to switch to my Twinkle A ruler. Oops, sorry, sticky tape side down. And again, I'm going to bring it down until I touch my ruler foot there. So my ruler foot's against the ruler and my center line is lined up in the center again. And then I'm going to bring it back down this way. And I'm going to stop there. So now I'm going to go back to my Spacey, and I'm going to go over 1 3/4 inches. So I'm using the 1 3/4 part of Spacey. If you don't have Spacey and you have the Twinkle set, you can absolutely just mark it. And I made a mistake there. It should be the 2-inch one, sorry. So I'm going to go back. So I need to go just a little bit more and give me, it's going to be, that would equal my 2-inch. So my spacing would be from there to there. So I'm using the 2-inch one. And then I'm going to go down 1 1/4 inch. And you can adjust this depending on how fat you want your stump to be. And then I'm going to use the 1/2 inch spacing to go across, making sure I'm nice and square. You can see the lines on there to keep yourself nice and squared. And I'm going to go over, and then I'm going to go back up again, the same amount as I did on the other side of the stump. So if you decide to do 1 1/4 inch, whatever you decide to do as far as the height of the stump. Then I'm going to go back over again. I said 1 3/4 inch, so we're going to use the 2-inch one because I didn't quite go far enough. Going over the 2-inch until I reach my needle stop, and I'm going to stop there. Move that thread out of the way. Then I'm going back to Twinkle A again, and my foot should hook in around in the little needle stop there, and I'm centered in this line again. Now I'm going to go up until I am in line with where I stopped here. And if you're concerned about eyeballing it, you can certainly take your ruler, and you've got your center line there, and you've got this line. You can use that as your straight edge, and you can just put a little dot there if you like, using a marker of some sort. Hook that back down and around. And I'm going to come up until I'm level with that. And I'm kind of looking here and eyeballing it. If I'm not really sure if I'm close, I can kind of go like that, realizing that there's going to be a 1/4 inch there from the foot. Then I'm going to go back to my Spacey again and go back another 1/4 or 3/4 inch. And then I'm going to go back to my Twinkle B. And again, I'm going to line it up on that edge, on that seam, and hook in there. And I'm going to come up until I reach that point, till I'm in line with there. And again, if you want to draw that, you can. I'm just going to eyeball it. And then I know that I don't need to, I can use the 3/4 inch spacey, but I know that I'm just going to stitch over and stitch straight across now until I run into my first line. And I probably should have used spacey because that didn't turn out super good. And there you go. You have a Christmas tree. So these are the star rulers that we use to do that. And if anyone hasn't seen the star rulers, I'm going to just show you quickly how to do a star and how easy it is to do a star, because it is coming up Christmas. So what better way to do Christmas quilts? We're going to use Twinkle Bee. That's our mid-size star. So I'm just going to start in the middle here, and I'm going to line up my center line there. And I'm going to start over here. I'm going to, if you were doing this on an actual quilt, you'd pull up your thread. I'm not. I'm just going to do a couple locking stitches. And then I'm going to come along here because I'm just trying to show you how the star works. And I'm going to stop there. Now the trick with this ruler is that I want to make sure that I rotate my ruler so that I am on top of the lines I just stitched. So this etched or engraved line, because we engrave all our rulers, is on the line I just stitched. It's on top of it. And then I'm going to go around one more time. And you can choose to turn your quilt. If once you get really good with this ruler, you don't need to. You can just do it just turning the ruler all the way around your foot. Remember, if you have the right thickness of rulers, you can work on all sides of your foot, but I'm doing this more for camera purposes. And you just keep rotating, and every time you should line up with the lines that you've already stitched. Oh, I got something caught there. And then your last one should bring you back down, and you will line up with where you started. A couple locking stitches, and stop, and there you go. You've got a perfect star. So that's it for today. Just a really super quick thing to show you how to make your Christmas tree and your star using our Twinkle set of rulers. Have a great day, everyone.